Hey guys, Brian Delivers You the Goods here. I'm returning to you for another special video, and I didn't think I'd return to you for another video, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. It's to talk about my concerns for the Red Album Declaration that's coming out on April 10th. Uh, I know Zach D Productions just did a video for it, and I actually did like his side of it. Uh, it was very helpful. I wouldn't say helpful, but it was just very informative, and he had he was kind of right. This album's had 4 singles that have dropped now. The Evening Hate was the first one back in June of last year, uh, which I did enjoy. I really do like that song. From the Ashes is the final track on the album. And yeah, they probably shouldn't have released the final track for the album as a single. But they did it anyway, so can't control what they do. Uh Sever was the next single, which came out January 17th of this year. And I did enjoy that one. The only one I thought was mediocre was probably the new one they came out with last Friday, which was All For You. The screams are good, but it's just the chorus with Michael Barnes's yells. It I'm not a huge fan of it. I'm like, it sounds very off. He's got a good voice. He just didn't deliver enough to entertain me. This is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with me on this. It's just how I felt when I was hearing that song, particularly. I kind of slurred my word. I'm sorry. But, yeah. This Red Album's had 4 singles now, and they're probably going to release another one next month, for sure, before the album drops. If I were them, I'd release it maybe like late March, or close to the album release date. Like, very close to it. Because if they release it like beginning of March, that's not going to look good. And if they release another one after that, then that's going to be even worse. So, yeah. Red has really. I like that they're independent now and they have their own label. But I don't like that they're releasing too many singles. Uh, don't get me wrong, I really wanted to see these guys back in December with In Flames and all that, but I never got to go because just didn't have the money, unfortunately. Times are tough sometimes, but I don't really make a lot of money, so, uh, but I get by somehow. So I'm doing alright, money wise. But yeah, this Red Album Declaration. Oh, I know I should not make another video because I'm gonna start yawning more, like I did in that Fantasy Island movie review. Kind of screwed that up with my yawns, and yeah, um, I'm really excited to hear this album, but also very worried too, because I think my favorite album from them was probably Until We Have Faces. That was probably my favorite one that I liked from them. Because it had Feed the Machine, which was a really good song. Uh, Lie to Me, which I really did like. I think my The saddest song on there, trying not to yawn too much, was Hymn for the Missing. That was probably the saddest song on there. And it was the final track for the regular edition. But if you add the extra bonus track, which is Until We Have Faces, the title track, that was actually pretty good. It has a little intro to the Feed the Machine, or it starts off with its own or whatever, and it's actually pretty cool. And then it dives into like this weird kind of melody, and then it just goes into the screams of Michael Barnes, and it gets really heavy, which I really did enjoy. It gets a little heavier towards the 1 minute part of the song, which I really liked. But like I said, Until We Have Faces was probably my favorite one out of their discography. Release the Panic was a solid release. It wasn't their best, but it was solid. Trying not to yawn. A Beauty and Rage was a really good lengthy album. It was like over an hour. I think it was like 60 minutes total. It wasn't over an hour, it was like an hour. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is this record has released too many singles. And I did not like the last single. I thought it was alright. I just felt like I was not enjoying the chorus as much as I enjoyed the screams. That's just my personal opinion. The bridge of the song was pretty solid. It was pretty good. And some of the screams and some of the bridge was really good. But yeah, definitely comment below. Let me know what you guys thought of this special video I made for my concerns on the new Red Album Declaration. And if you have concerns about what you think of this new Red Album, comment below. Let me know what you guys think of this and your concerns for the new Red Album that is dropping on April 10th. So we're only 2 months away from it, and they have released 4 singles total. They're probably going to have half of the singles, 5 tracks as singles, and then the other 5 songs are probably just going to release when the album comes out. Unless they make a 6th single, like Breaking Benjamin did with their Ember album. Because they released Save Yourself as the last single. I remember when I did reviews for that, which I really enjoy Ember. I think, in my opinion, it was my favorite album from their discography. Aurora is not too bad. It's not as good as Ember. I personally think Ember was probably the album of 2018. That's just my opinion. But you don't have to agree with me on it. It's just how I felt when I was hearing the record. But they released too many singles from that record. Breaking Benjamin did, and Red is already following in the same footsteps as Breaking Benjamin with their 2018 release. So yeah, I'm getting worried. But tap a like on this video if you liked it. Subscribe to my channel if you can to support the channel. I will be returning to you probably tomorrow for Grimes's Miss Anthropocene album review. And then I'll be doing Ozzy Osbourne's Ordinary Man on Thursday and Amity Affliction's album review on Friday. So definitely stay tuned for all that. Sorry that I prolonged this video a little bit. I was trying to make it a little short so I could fit in everything, but I guess I had to make it a little lengthy so you guys understand my concerns for what I think of this record, this upcoming Red album. and what issues I'm gonna have with listening to it. But that ain't till April 10th, so still a little ways, but eventually it'll come pretty soon, because 2020 is already going by like that so far. We're already at near the end of February now, so yeah. And I'm more worried about the Five Finger Death Punch album, because the last single was decent. But yeah, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next review.